Welcome back, friends. Going to get you in and get you out on a quick video today. I just checked the patch notes and then loaded up the 1.3 update, whatever you want to call it, and noticed a couple things I just wanted to bring to your attention to get you started on the right foot. So we're just going to quick hit these. By the way, you know how YouTube works. Like and sub would help me out amazingly. Let's just get right into this. So the first couple are going to be shop related. One is, they have a new outfit for Wonder. Not going to lie, I'm kind of liking this fit. Almost enough to debate actually buying it, but I can't decide if I want to buy it or not. But it is clean, so I do like it. It's like a Rocker Boy outfit. But they have that in there. And then as far as the new sets go, just to kind of put it out there, there's a summer set, $16.49. I don't know what this would cost if it steps up. I don't know that it does. But in any case, I did the math quickly. It's $1.18 per pull. These are the Google Store prices. So again, Google Store seems to be the cheapest. So pick it up there through the Google client if you can get it. So this one I would say is a decent pull if you're looking to spend money. As far as the new Phantom Idol set, this is your standard $5, get you a copy of, the 4-star. These I would say are not worth it unless you just want to not pull but still get the character. You do get 5 gold tickets, but those aren't exactly the most limited resource in the world. So not something I would necessarily recommend, but could be decent if you're just looking to get her without spending any of your actual in-game items. And then as far as the typical resetting shop items, I like the 7-day spoil pass. Coffee aid pass isn't the best for necessarily getting gems, but it's not terrible for getting coffees and such. And then on the limited sets that you get here, I did put a community post on this. I think the level 1s are worth it. The level 2s are still pretty worth it. They're not the absolute best value, but they're pretty decent. And then the level 3s, not worth it at all. I would skip those unless you're just wailing out. So that's the shop items, short and sweet. Next up, as far as the contracts go, just a reminder that Vino is in here, but more importantly, Vino is already on the standard. So if you don't want to pull on, say, Makoto to get Vino, and you just really want Vino, there's a couple ways you can get her. One is in here, so if I go into the info, you're going to see down on the 4 stars, there she is. So she's, within the 4-star Phantom Thieves. And then the other thing, I think I still have one that I saved. Yes, so the Phantom Select Idols, they already put her in here. So if you've been hoarding one of these like I have, or if you haven't quite gotten there on the Metro, there is one in the Metro, then you can get her as a selector. So you can save all pulls, all purchases, if that is the only thing you want. I almost just accidentally picked up a Leo copy who I have 6-starred. That would have been dramatic. So that is a way that you can get Vino. Also her 4 and 5-star weapons are already in EY shop. So if you're saving coins, it's a good target one to get if you're going to be running her with Makoto, of course. So those are those. Next thing, if I go into the events, you're going to see Crossroads of Fates, just another PSA. This is all PSA. The shop did get updated. So there's a new bank shop. So just like the last one, it uses the same coins and you can get all the goodies from here. So of course, focus that down with your boss fights. I would prioritize your stamina into this event. And if you're buying stamina refreshes, this is a great place to get some rewards for your stamina refreshes. You can see I did use a few stamina refreshes and basically have sold myself out of this shop. I've got one more thing left to get in here. And then finally, we got some unexpected buffs on Makoto herself, Queen, which is fantastic. So first of all, there's Awareness 0. This has been updated to not just give tenacity stacks on the enemy you're attacking, so you can read here that it also goes against defeated foes. In Najox's Twitter, they did mention based off of all foes, so I need to do a little bit of testing and see if that includes, targets that you're not attacking or not. But either way, this is still better. For those of you that were pushing Awareness 1, this actually now gives bonus damage of 35%, which is kind of insane to add to this for, I don't know, no particular reason. Skill 1 will now inflict elemental ailments on the targets that it hits, which it did not do before. It remains to be seen if this means you can get rid of Vino in the team. Now, Vino does other things to make this team great regardless, so she would still be a key player for, max damage. But this could, say, give you a situation where if you don't have Vino, you could still get those stacks up and then go into her, ultimate mode. Skill 2 ups it by 1 turn as far as this buff and gives you an additional tenacity stack. I don't know that you'll still use this power. This is one I probably won't even level except for just for the sake of completing it because I'm that kind of person. Skill 3, same. Still, it's amazing nuke that it always was. And then the highlights damage got buffed pretty dramatically. So this is the non-leveled up version, I believe. So this is not like the full value or whatever, but ultimately from looking at the data mined from Najox on Twitter, it goes up to 468% from 390. That's a pretty massive buff overall. Now, in terms of does this make her better than future, single target damage dealers? I don't think so. As far as like the likes of Violet, I have some people asking me that. No, Violet is still stronger as far as I can tell. And keep in mind that with the way they've been buffing people, there's nothing saying other characters don't get buffed when they come out as well, which will just keep that gap as wide as it was before or greater. But this does mean that if you luck into her A1, or if you were going to pull her A1 anyways, that it really is a pretty decent jump in power. I would love to get it, but I don't know that I will chase it unless my luck is ungodly this afternoon on the stream. And I don't know that necessarily this changes the way I recommend the character. I still think, in my opinion, you should be pulling for a good single target damage dealer and the only nuke damage dealer in the game, period. So I still think she's a strong recommend from my side. I'll give you the guide here in a day or two. But I don't think that this is like so earth-shattering that like everyone's got to change their pull plans right this second and get her because of these buffs. But they are good buffs. It is just an all-around power increase on our girl queen. So that's it. Like I said, short and sweet. Want to get you in and out so you can start this patch fresh and on the right footing. And that's basically it, my friends. So until the stream this afternoon, if you're watching this the day it comes out, or until our next video, please take care of yourselves.